How's it going? Welcome back to the show. This is Yume Roscoe, and I am Roscoe. And today we're going to be doing a reaction to the song Lifting the Veil. And this is by K-Rino. So we'll be checking this out. Before we do that, I do want to ask for anybody who hasn't that they please subscribe to the channel. Also, make sure you hit the notification bell. Also, make sure that you go over to K-Rino's homepage and make sure that you do the same thing because we do want to support the artists. And I have a shout out to give to who am I giving a shout out to Robert Rios. So Robert Rios, I want to say thank you for suggesting the song. Thank you for rocking out with me on the page. I appreciate that. And we're gonna go ahead and get this thing started. So I'm not sure why the Arabic, uh, the Arabic words are there, but I'm guessing that we're going to find out, why the Arabic is there. But if that's Arabic, I'm just assuming that it is, because those look like Arabic, letterings. But let's go. Let's get it. Let's start.
As we go deeper,
lifting up the veil,
veil of ignorance,
will never ever fail.
lift the veil so we can uncover what the facade is. The best question a person can ask is who God is. Right up to the minute that I'm speaking, there are doubts of God's existence, His identity, and His whereabouts, and life's purpose and how this universe functions. For eons, God hid Himself from amongst men, so confusion set in, and after many years, man developed his own philosophies and ideas of who the Creator is and how we all came, without scriptural evidence to verify claims. Devils with wicked theorized aims, who realized the truth and then intentionally exercised change. And over time, the holiness was stripped out and took. God's word was not always in the form of a book. The laws and the wisdom was always told to the prophets originally and placed on a scroll, which those who wanted to read came and looked on, but eventually was compiled into a book form. The variations came through translation. The Greeks knew the original tongue the scriptures came from was Hebrew. The foundation of Christianity was drawn up from it. The Greek translation was known as the supplicant, a word meaning 70, and that number was taken because 72 scholars did the work of translating. The different interpretations have served as a deterrent. There were multiple versions that predated the current. The Bishop Bible, the Geneva Bible, the Matthews, the Tyndale, and the Wycliffe in 1382. The Vulgate, and Martin Luther even had a version. By him, the Old Testament was worded into German in the 1500s, but he let it be known there was a Latin version in 400 BC by Saint Jerome.
Let me stop it right there. I'll push it back just a little bit. And this man is dropping some knowledge and some science out here, man. This dude, uh, oh, again, the versatility is beyond imagine. When you think of the fact that he could switch from, doing battle rap type stuff or, lyricist type stuff or, story form type stuff, and then flip into this, which is a story, but this is also like there's different type of stories. You could tell like some some nonfiction type of stuff, or um, basically what he's doing with this, but fictional type of stuff where he's just making up characters and telling a story like that. But this dude could do it all. Like this dude is amazing. And again, these nuggets that he's dropping in this is something that makes me want to go back after listening to this with in front of you guys to really like analyze all this stuff, later on, whenever I get a chance. But and I also see that the Arabic letter down there, that's just translation. I'm guessing for what he's saying in English, so I'm guessing that's what that is. But let's go ahead and continue.
Wycliffe in 1382, the Vulgate, and Martin Luther even had a version. By him, the Old Testament was worded into German in the 1500s, but he let it be known there was a Latin version in 400 BC by St. Jerome. It was many more who got hold of the word and mishandled it, and they got it from the Hebrew original manuscript. Confusion, whether you use an old one or a new one. The question is, with so many to choose, which is the true one? A few years ago, I alluded to the fact in the Catholic Bible, 7 extra books are included. Let me list them for those who might dispute it. First and Second Maccabees, Ecclesiasticus, the Tobit, and Judith. The Baruch and the Wisdom of Solomon were dismissed. That's how it went from 73 to 66. And contradictions started landing when man began to change God's words and lean towards his own understanding. Now modern day idol worship rules the mainstream. Christianity and Christ's teachings are not the same thing. When the ruler Constantine became a Christian, he made men combine religious principles with the ways of the pagans. Holidays like Easter were based on the phrase that Jesus died and rose from the grave in 3 days. But if he died on a Friday, it's untrue, and rose on a Sunday, then that would make it only 2. They celebrate his birth in December, called it immaculate. But if you read the scriptures, then that timeline's inaccurate. See, shepherds don't have their flocks out in the winter, which proves that the Christ was not born in December. See, if Jesus was 33 and a half when he was killed, and his murder took place after the Passover meal. Passover was in March or April, this is a fact. If he was 33 and 1/2 year, let's count back. See, a half a year, 6 months, subtract from where I told you. 6 months from March or April is September or October. It's over. For truth, many died and others bled. What did Jesus have to do with rabbits and colored eggs? See, the pagans had a ritual when springtime came around, and women painted their bodies and hid till they were found. And homosexual men hid too. And whoever found them can do any sex act they chose to.
Nuggets. Let's just keep it going.
In March or April, this is a fact. If he was 33 and 1/2 year, let's count back. See, a half a year, 6 months, subtract from where I told you. 6 months from March or April is September or October. It's over. For truth, many died and others bled. What did Jesus have to do with rabbits and colored eggs? See, the pagans had a ritual when springtime came around, and women painted their bodies and hid till they were found. And homosexual men hid too. And whoever found them can do any sex act they chose to. With Jesus' name, lies were bred. That tradition was passed down, and that's the reason why you hide eggs. And if this is the true day, then something's unclear. Why does Easter fall on a different day every year? What is Thanksgiving about? Who are the pilgrims? The wicked criminals who tricked the Indians and killed them. You love Chris Columbus, but he was no friend of you. He left Europe and got lost. He thought he was in India. 63 years later, Africa's infiltrators, the motherland invaders, American slave traders, the devious thieves who came to Africa to seize us, transported the blacks on a ship named Jesus across the Atlantic, made stops in the Caribbean, depicted Jesus' image as a blonde European, conniving, conditioned our minds and put the lies in, when Revelation 1 and 14 clearly describes it. This won't close till all of the lies have been exposed. The CIA and FBI knows of UFOs. See, some claim conspiracy and mock presented truth. Go research the evidence and documented proof. You can find them in the Bible. The prophets know what they are. In the book of Ezekiel, the wheel that he saw. The government knows they're real, but it rarely surfaces. When more importantly, they know what their real purpose is. Economy falling, people tricked by the government. Calamities and plagues are all part of God's judgment. And in the end, real truth is never curtailed. When the facts get covered up, we're lifting up the veil.
Yeah, the veil got lifted. All right. Let's push this back for the last time. And I was just sitting here thinking, because this song is so deep. This song is really, really deep, and would be a great conversation starter at like at a dinner party that was kind of catering to that, I suppose, or not, because you need conversation at any dinner, I suppose. But yeah, no. Me and my buddies, we used to go to and host these kind of events, where they was just these kind of dinner parties where we just all these people would get together to just for a great conversation and stuff like that, So we have a central topic, or sometimes it was movies, we used that and then had a conversation. basically like a book club, I suppose. I've never been a part of a book club, but I'm guessing that's kind of what a book club does. But yeah, that type of stuff, So and this would be that, for people to get together, especially in today's time where everybody has smartphones and stuff. You could kind of do the research kind of right there in front of each other. You know what I mean? So yeah, no, I was just thinking about that. But let's finish this out.
But it rarely surfaces, but more importantly, they know what their real purpose is. Economy falling, people tricked by the government. Calamities and plagues are all part of God's judgment. And in the end, real truth is never curtailed. When the facts get covered up, we're lifting up the veil. Ha, ha, ha. Come on, lifting up the veil. Lifting up the veil. The veil of ignorance, yes sir. Study, learn the truth. Don't just take what people say on face value. Do your research. Yeah. I know you've been taught like this all your life. I know what mama said. I know they didn't give you this in school, elementary, middle school, high school, college, even the church. So that means it's up to you. Get your knowledge up. Don't be afraid to challenge the preacher and the teacher. Ask questions, read, learn history, true history. Oh yeah, and it's a man named Elijah Muhammad. Check him out. You might learn something.
Man, did some veil lifting around this mud, lifting up the veil. All right, so I guess we can leave it right there. That was K-Rino with lifting the veil, and that was a very, uh, very deep song, very deep song. Uh, like I said, just dropped a whole lot of jewels, a whole lot of nuggets up in there. Really, like I said, would um, open up a lot of great conversations, between people who have, these different ideologies on just religion and that, God and where he came from, yeah, no, that would open up like a whole can of worms, and the right conversation circles. But yeah, no, just some great stuff, and it made me think about the movie again. One of my favorite movies, The Man from Earth, where one of the people in the movie, well, the main character in the movie, John Oldman, is you know he's basically been Jesus before, amongst some other great historical characters, and it's a doozy. When I like that movie, if you haven't seen it, see it, for those people, and it has no action in it whatsoever. The movie is just a dialogue based movie, where you got him, the guy that's the main character, and all these other people, they having these great debates revolving around his existence. That basically, so it's just crazy, but I don't want to give it all away, but go check it out. The Man from Earth is the name of the movie. But yeah, no, this just dope, and speaks to K-Rino's dopeness. That's all I can say. I don't have much else to say. I'm a little tired, you know. But yeah, no, he's dropping a lot of stuff that a lot of people have been trying to. Well, it's a lot, but not relative to the number of people that are on the planet. you know, um, the people that we used to call with high regard the woke people, but now woke has turned into a bad word, and so but yeah, no, those who are like spiritually awakened and just have their minds open to actually doing the research, and like K-Rino said in the song, not taking what people say um and running with that alone, without doing the research, because you want to I mean, you want to kind of create your own perspective on this type of stuff, because everybody is going to have their own connection with, uh, spirituality, religion. People confuse, uh, you know, what the word religion is, because anything could be a religion. Basketball could be a religion, so you can make a religion out of anything, but spirituality and having that connection to the higher up, the higher being, God, that's what's important, if you have any good sense, but thumbs up for this big huge one. I'm gonna stop rambling. I'm gonna leave, but before I do, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, hit the share button, hit the playlist option. You'll pick the one named K-Rino Reactions. I do have a playlist for him. It's pretty big, but it will get bigger. You know, there'll be times when you know, ripping off a lot of K-Rino, and then other times where, it doesn't seem like I'm reacting to him as much, but I'm always in there, trust me, it's just I got a lot of requests coming from a lot of people, you know, that type of stuff. So that's all it is. It's nothing more than, just the backlog, so um I never forget anything as far as getting back around to a lot of these artists. It's just gonna take a while for some, but we hopefully, God willing, we got time, but check out that K Reno playlist. I do have playlists for other artists, a lot of great music by those artists, a lot of different genres of music. Check that stuff out. Check out the stuff that's not music related. So in essence, check out all the playlists. Cash App, $ you made Roscoe, PayPal at you made Roscoe. Uh, there's the super thanks option that's available. That's for those who like to show their support or appreciation for what's being done on the page. Any donations will be made to any of those spots that I just spoke up. That's it. I'm done. I will see you guys again soon. So until next time, be safe and be good. Peace.